I don't know how to explain what happened to me. I wish I could tell you it was just a dream or some kind of stress-induced hallucination, but I can't. Because right now, as I'm recording this, something is outside my house, and it's here for me. It started 2 weeks ago. I was mowing my yard like I always do on Sundays. It was a warm day, birds were chirping, nothing out of the ordinary. But when I got to the back corner of the yard, I noticed something strange. There, sitting on the grass like someone placed it on purpose, was a small pile of change. A few quarters, dimes, and nickels stacked neatly in a little mound, just sitting there gleaming in the sunlight. At first I thought maybe I dropped them, but I never carry cash, and definitely not loose change. So I bent down, scooped them up, and that's when it happened. The second my fingers touched the coins, I felt dizzy, like the whole world tilted for a split second. My vision blurred, my head started pounding, and then it was gone, just like that. I shrugged it off, slipped the change in my pocket, and went back to mowing. I didn't think much of it at the time, but that night, that's when things started getting bad. I woke up around 2 a.m. to this sound. At first I thought I was dreaming, but then I realized it was real. The faint metallic sound, like someone was dropping coins on the floor, just one at a time. I laid there in bed holding my breath, staring at the ceiling. I live alone, no pets. No one else has key to my house. But I could hear it, clear as day. Coins hitting the floor, one by one. Eventually it stopped. I didn't get up. I didn't check. I was too scared. And honestly, I convinced myself it was just in my head. Maybe the wind knocked something over. Maybe I was dreaming, but the next morning, I knew it wasn't a dream. When I woke up, there was something cold on my pillow. At first I thought it was my phone, but it wasn't. It was a coin, a quarter, just sitting there, right next to my face. I stared at it for a long time before I picked it up, and that same dizzy feeling came back, like the world shifted underneath me for a second. And then just like before, it was gone. I tried to laugh it off, told myself maybe I dropped it somehow, but deep down, I knew something was wrong, and it didn't stop there. Every day that week, more coins showed up on my nightstand, on the kitchen counter, even in my shoes. And every night, that same sound, that same slow, deliberate sound of coins hitting the floor somewhere in the house. By Friday, I had a whole jar full of these coins, and they were weird. Some had scratches where the date should be, some had symbols I've never seen before. So I took them to my pawn shop downtown, thinking maybe they were worth something. Where did you get these? I told him I found them in my yard. He didn't laugh, he didn't smile, he just stared at me for a long time. And then he said something I'll never forget. These are coins. These coins are for the dead. I laughed nervously and asked what the hell that meant. And he leaned in real close and whispered, "You shouldn't have taken them. You shouldn't have accepted the payment." I asked what payment, and he just shook his head and said the collector always comes. That night I didn't sleep. I sat on my couch, lights on, jar of coins sitting on the coffee table. And that's when I heard it. But this time it wasn't faint, it was loud, like it was coming from every direction. And then the lights went out. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and I saw them. Coins everywhere, covering the floor. Hundreds of them. And standing in the middle of it all was something. It didn't move at first, just stared at me with these hollow black eyes, and then it spoke. Its voice sounded like coins hitting the floor all at once. If you ever find a pile of coins in your yard, don't touch them. Don't take them. Because if you do, you've already been paid. And the collector always collects.